Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is where I'm converting a 2009 ex-builder's van called Ruby, which is bright red, into a camper van for 4. No experience, not many tools. I've got a few tools now, but no experience. Everything's off YouTube. I try to do vlogs where I show you what I'm doing, but the camera work and the build is significantly difficult and slows you down. I've had a few weeks off, family things, going away and things like that, and a bit of illness, but I need to get myself going again. So I'm going to show you what I've done in the last few weeks, and then I'll think about what I'm going to do today. I've got to get something done because it'll get me motivation going again, because I've slumped a little bit. It's got to be finished, there's no question, but time seems to be running away from me. So I'll turn you around and show you what I've done so far, and where we're at and what stage we're at. You're actually standing in the skeleton of the shower. You are, not me, at the moment, and the space is getting smaller to work in. So I'll show you. Nothing much has changed here. I keep thinking about working on that. The more I think about it, the more complicated it gets, this bench to bed. I'll tell you why. What I was going to do was try and create a thing that flaps over, and that the back, the short backrest there, would be the same height as this. So as it flipped over, the backrest would become the legs. I've only seen one it's a short video clip on YouTube where somebody's done it, and literally all they're doing is folding it out, folding it back to show you what they've done. My problem is, not only do I want it to sort of unflap that way, I also want to be able to lift it so we can use this storage. And if I've got a fixed backrest there, which will be up against this seat, which is not on the Sprinter, this seat won't move forward or backwards. If I try and lift, then the backrest, if it's fixed, is going to be in the way. So then the next thing is the backrest needs to be on a hinge, so the backrest can come forward, so then you can lift it up. But again, like I say, it just gets more and more complicated. I've got to put my mind to that. One of the things I have finished again finally is my USBs. I don't know if you can see the blue lights. I'm going to live to regret that, but they're in now. I'm more happy with them because they're more aligned. I put them in before and they were wonky, one was slightly above the other, and it's all I could see every time I came in the van. I've got a window, I've got a leak up here which drips down onto here, so that's got to be sealed at some point. And then we've got the shower frame in. We hope it's going to be big enough. We've changed it, as you can see. The shower has come to this side. The shower was going to be at the bedside, and there's going to be a pantry here, if you remember, but the wheel arch thing, I thought, well, I could have it the opposite way around and not have the wheel arch in the shower, and all the problems that'll cause me when I'm trying to seal it and do the job. So that's the shower. Excuse the tripod. Absolutely fixed in, dead happy with it. This area now, we're thinking about making this into a pantry, drawers, little wardrobe even. There's hanging space there. I don't know, maybe, we don't really know what we're doing with that. It's not important. The bed wall's up, quite pleased with that. It's one piece, managed to get it scribed reasonably well. There's going to be kitchen cupboards coming up to here, and this will be covered with whatever. It's not very strong there, but nor would it ever be, I don't think, because it's one piece. And then the other major thing was the Truma water heater. What a nightmare that was to fit. That took from about 9 o'clock in the morning till about 7 o'clock at night, practically constantly. Quick stop for a sandwich, and all I was doing was cutting a hole in the van, which I did, and then building the frame to match the hole, and it's just so difficult, so awkward. But it's in, it's very solid, it's fixed, it's screwed to the floor, it's not moving anywhere. but then I had to angle it, so there's some little bits of stupid wood, I might be able to see them, under there, because I built the platform that it sits on, I built that flat, and then realised it needed to have a bit of an angle because of the contour of the van outside, so I've had to put them in to lift it up. Everything's fastened to everything else, so there's screws through there, that's fastened to that, and so on. But what a nightmare that was. But it's in. It's not plumbed in, not wired in, it's just in. You've seen the boxing in before, that's been done, the back doors need doing, excuse me. Oh, and part of when I was doing the shower, the void, I thought, well, I better cover the void up now, and then I know what I'm doing. But that didn't work out either. So, if you can see, because nothing lines up, look at that, that's not going to be as easy as I thought, in as much as putting sections along here. I'm just going to have to play it by ear, cut one piece at a time, and make it fit. That bit's finished now. I've done the, I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach and show you, but I've done the back bit there. Get out of the sun. So that's finished now. So yeah, use my finger. So, oh yeah, so the other thing we decided was we were going to have the fridge pulling out of here on a drawer, but the fridge is quite big. It's you'll have seen it, I think. So we've ended up, we're going to put the fridge here under the kitchen cabinet on double opening doors, no shelf, and the fridge will lift up so you'll be reaching into the cupboard for the fridge. Not ideal, but we bought the fridge, it was expensive, so we weren't going to bin it and buy another one. And I'm not going to put I want to build the kitchen frame so I get some feeling for it, but I don't want to fix it in permanently, on the basis that this space is getting smaller and smaller all the time, and for me to fix it in, I think it'll be built out of the van, carried into the van, and then fixed, so that when it's done type of thing. And the other thing I'm going to do, which I'm conscious of, is I'm going to, where that line is there, the kitchen's going to come to here. That's 500 to allow for an oven. The sink's going to be here, then countertop and things. I am going to have an extra piece of kitchen here, and then even a flip up counter, but this piece is going to be modular, so it comes out, so it's easy to detach and remove, so that we can gain access to this door when this door's shut in case anything goes wrong. I've seen people build the kitchens out, and then when they've shut the door, or they have a problem with the cabling on the door or the fixings, they can't get to it without dismantling the kitchen. So I'm not doing that, if I remember to do it, that is. So I'm going to have a minute to think about what I'm going to do. I've got to get moving, got to get things done. Even if it's a small thing like that box, doing something with that. But I'm more inclined to try and do something with the bench and get that done, because that is plaguing me. It's on my mind all the time as to how I'm going to manage it. There just seems to be more and more hingy, flippy bits. Yeah. Oh, and I've got a slow puncture on my front tyre, that keeps going down. So it's all good stuff, but we'll get there, as the saying goes. Made some progress, so let's see what else we can get done. Okay, I'll show you where we are now. So this is the bench stroke single bed for my youngest, who's 16. You can see it's got a bit of a backrest. There'll be cushions obviously to go on this yet, but I'll show you how it's supposed to work and all about it. To start off with, there's storage under the whole thing, which is what this is. So shoes will go in that side, whatever, and whatever on the end. So that's hinged up, and then I'll show you how it turns into a bed. just like that, you got a single bed. Obviously the back cushion that's on here will pull down, so this becomes a double, a cushioned area, and then we'll push back up onto here, so it'll be there and up there. And to put it away just as quick, I'm going to time myself. No, I'm not. You time it. There you go. Woohoo!